Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Fall is here and Nordstrom has the latest styles and hottest trends. Thousands of options for under $200. I'm talking about plaid outerwear, oversized sweaters that are cozy, Western-inspired pieces, prairie dresses, and you know I love a skirt. Nordstrom has free shipping and returns, which is why I love them. And they have fast options like buy online, pick up in store. Shopping at Nordstrom is always easy. I love that Nordstrom is always high quality and kind of guides me in what's trendiest for the season. And they have the top brands like Veronica Beard, Favorite Daughter, All Saints, Coach, Rag & Bone, Tory Burch. So shop now in stores or at Nordstrom.com or download the Nordstrom app.
Hi, it's Sarah. I'm the founder of Olive & June. And can I tell you the one thing that always makes my day better? A fresh manicure. But who has the time or the money to go to the salon every week? That's why we created the Olive & June Gel Mani System. It gives you that same mani that you get at a salon for so much less. It comes with everything you need, a pro-level lamp, salon-grade tools, our damage-free gel polish that lasts up to 21 days. All you do is prep, paint, cure, and you're good to go. And the best part, it's super easy and so affordable. Each mani breaks down to $2. So let's skip that $80 salon appointment and get the salon quality look at home for so much less and on your schedule. Head to oliveandjune.com/DIYGel20 and use code DIYGel20 for 20% off your first gel mani system. That's oliveandjune.com/DIYGel20. Code DIYGel20 for 20% off your first gel mani system.
This Halloween, what's under your costume might just steal the show.
Wait, is that glow-in-the-dark underwear?
Booyah. MeUndies has dropped their spookiest collection yet. Glow-in-the-dark undies and PJs so comfy, it's scary.
Tricks, treats, and buttery soft briefs.
Exactly. To get cozy and spooky for less, go to MeUndies.com/trick-or-treat and enter code TRICKORTREAT to get 20% off your first order. That's 20% off your first order at MeUndies.com/trick-or-treat. Code TRICKORTREAT. MeUndies. Treat yourself.
If you're a smoker or vapor, ready to make a change, you really only need one good reason. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you'll discover many good reasons. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Plus, Zyn offers a robust rewards program. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction. But there's only one Zyn. Check out Zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and welcome to Day 12 of 31 Days of Halloween. We're kind of coming up to halfway. I've got 4 spooky stories to share today. I'll get straight into them. Are you ready for the first story? I had a supernatural experience last night. I've posted this in another Reddit, but this seems a more apt sub. So it happened last night, so still very fresh in my mind. I've been a caretaker in Scotland of a ridiculously large church, sanctuary and 3 townhouses for the past 4 years. My job is to look after the various offices and function rooms of the 3 townhouses, Mans and Church. These buildings are 4 stories high and built in 1710. I also look after the church and sanctuary that are attached to the townhouse. It's a very large building attached to other large buildings. I start my evenings in there at around 6:30. I often don't switch on all the lights and have never felt threatened or creeped out carrying out my duties. Last night, however, I felt an intense feeling of impending doom. I don't know how to describe it better than that. I told myself I was being ridiculous and tried to push the feeling to the back of my mind. About 8 o'clock, I was in one of the charity creches, which is actually a really nice part of the building, not spooky at all, and I heard a man say my name. I looked around, but I was the only one there, so dismissed it. Later, I was walking through the bridge between the townhouses and church and heard footsteps behind me. I looked and saw no one, but the hair stuck up on my neck, and again I tried to dismiss it. Walking out of the bridge and into the outer sanctuary, I looked into the glass partition to the inner sanctuary, and I swear I saw someone. I got fright and went in to see who it was. Again, no one. I then heard a door slam up in the upper gallery. We have a choir room off the upper gallery, so I headed on up. Saw no one and tried to open the choir room and found it to be locked. I've never known it to be locked. I opened it with the master key and saw nothing except a few chairs and books, but smelled a bad smell, like bad breath. I quickly closed it up and locked it again. At this point, I was more than uneasy. My last port of call at 10:30 was the crypt. I headed down the spiral stair into the crypt, which runs the entire underbuild of the property, and also slightly under the main road outside. Hard to explain. I cleaned up, and as I was moving down the corridor, I heard footsteps again. I looked around. No one. There's only one entrance and exit in the crypt, so I was certain I was alone. I quickly put my stuff away, did my final security sweep of the building, and locked up for the night. I had never felt so relieved to get out of the building. I normally love my job there. I'm a bit apprehensive of working tonight. I'd love to look after an old church and buildings. I wouldn't, but I would. You know what I mean? It's funny actually, because today earlier I thought I heard somebody in the house and speaking. And I'm here on my own, so it couldn't have been. And I was getting I'm recording this because we're recording these in advance and it's spring at the moment. I'm really feeling Halloween coming already. I feel that vibe in the air. I wonder if there's a date coming where the veil is thin, because that's what it feels like to me. Are you ready for the second story? What's the most scariest place you have ever spent the night in? This happened about a year ago, and I still don't sleep right when it rains. I decided to explore this abandoned hotel with 2 of my friends, Zeki and Mari. It had been shut down since the late 90s, tucked away out near the edge of a forgotten highway. You could barely see it through the trees, all overgrown and sunken in. We weren't even planning to stay long, just in and out, take some pictures, get a rush and bounce. We got there around 4 p.m, just before the sun started dipping, and immediately the vibe was off. The entrance wasn't even locked. The glass doors were broken, and something about the way the carpet inside still smelled faintly like old perfume and mould made my skin crawl. We split up a little, just to cover more ground, and that was mistake number 1. The place was weirdly huge, like way bigger than it looked from outside. Some of the hallways curved in on themselves, and there were no working lights, obviously, so we relied on our phones. Zeki found the old ballroom. The mirrors were shattered, chairs upside down like there'd been a fight. But what shook us was a single wheelchair just sitting dead centre in the room, facing the wall. No tracks, nothing around it, it was just there. Mary found a hallway of suites. All the beds had the sheets tucked in. Crisp. Some had half-drunk water bottles on the nightstands, modern ones. I remember asking her if she was messing with us, but she was already starting to freak out. We tried to leave around 6:30. That's when we realised we didn't know where the exit was. I swear we went back the same way, but every turn led us deeper in. We'd find staircases that looped to the same floor, doors that opened to empty closets filled with shoes, all pointed toward the wall. The same size, same make, like someone had just placed them there, all waiting. And then the faces. I saw the first one in the reflection of a cracked mirror by the elevator shaft. It wasn't mine. It was pale and too tall and smiling, like that stretched out kind of grin you see in bad dreams. I turned around, nothing, but the reflection stayed for another half second before vanishing. Mary screamed an hour later because she opened up a utility closet and there were dozens of porcelain dolls stacked from floor to ceiling, all with their eyes gouged out. Some of them still twitched when we passed. We finally gave up around 9:30 and just stayed in the old kitchen. We didn't sleep. Every now and then we'd hear doors closing in the distance. Click, click. Always in pairs, always like footsteps walking. There was a rusted fridge with the words, "Don't forget you're already here," scratched in it over and over. We left when the sun rose, and the way out, it was 15 feet from where we were camped, hidden behind a plastic curtain we'd thought was just part of the wall. It led straight outside, no maze, no twists. I still wonder if that place moved while we were in it. Haven't been back, won't ever go back. But sometimes when I close my eyes, I swear I see that same grinning face just standing behind me in the mirror. Now this, for me, is the stuff of nightmares. To be trapped somewhere and not find your way out. Now, this doesn't compare at all to the story, but I went walking once in Wales with a friend of mine, and we kind of got lost. And we couldn't find how to get off of this mountain, basically. It wasn't really a mountain, but that's the best way I can describe it. It was a hill, but it was kind of surrounded by stuff. So we couldn't find a way down, and we couldn't find a way down to get back to the town. We did eventually, but I could feel that panic begin to rise, and I imagine that's what I'd be like. I would be running around, screaming. And let's be honest, I'd be with Rog and Toby, and I'd be no good to anybody, because I would just be screaming and panicking. Are you ready for the third story? I think we annoyed a spirit in a nun graveyard. So this happened to me and a few friends back in 2008, 2009. I was in my senior year in high school. I lived in an apartment with 2 other roommates. It was October 2008. And some of my friends decided that we should have a Halloween party. Halloween isn't a holiday we celebrate in my country, so it was new to us. At the party very late in the night, a debate started on whether or not ghosts are real. Then a friend said, out loud, "You want proof that ghosts are real? Let's go to the nun cemetery." About 50 minutes away from the party, there's a little village called Studenis, where there is an old monastery, and in the forest above it is an old cemetery where nuns were buried years ago. Although it's closed since, there hasn't been any nuns alive for decades. So 7 people, including me, hopped into a car and went there. It was around 11 p.m, something like that, when we arrived there. We hopped over the wall and opened the gate. There was at first nothing strange, except for an old cross right in the centre of the cemetery. Since it was very foggy that night, we barely saw anything more than 20 metres in front of us. Then we all heard footsteps in the leaves, like someone was walking. Then it got worse. All 7 of us saw a black mist peeking behind the cross. It was looking at us. A girlfriend screamed when she saw it so badly. I can still hear it 11 years after it happened. Then the mist started to disappear, and just like that it was gone. We ran straight to the car and drove out of there ASAP. When we got back to the house where we had the party, we started to freak out about what had happened. The girlfriend was starting to breathe heavily and crying, like I'd never seen her cry like that. I'd known her for 5 years. We cut the party short and began cleaning, and me and my 2 roommates went home to our apartment. When we got home, this weird feeling in my stomach, like something bad was going to happen. I was right. That night, now at about 2 a.m, another girlfriend who was there with us was going to bed, and she was brushing her teeth, and she looked into the mirror to see that same black mist looking at her from behind. She ran out of her apartment as fast as she could, grabbed her phone and called me and told me to get there, to hers as soon as possible. I took my roommates with me there because I thought it was an emergency. When I got there, she was crying on the stairs, saying that the mist followed her home. We checked her apartment and found nothing, although it was very cold in the bathroom. We stayed the night at her place and waited to see if anything happened. We went home at about 7 a.m, and when I opened the door, a glass that was on the kitchen counter fell and broke. My heart sank, and all I thought was, did that thing follow us too? Then for a period from Halloween to late January, weird stuff happened in my apartment and another friend's as well. Anything from voices to shadows and other stuff too. As for where this happened, you can search the town on Google Maps, look for the cemetery. It's a bit run down, but it was worse 10 years ago. I'll be asking some of my old friends to get some more info about the stuff that happened to them and post them here, since my memory isn't the best. One of my roommates went home to get his camera in case something happened. I think he has some pictures with an orb floating in the hallway at her place. So I'll see if he still has the camera, and I'll post the pictures here as well. I'm typing this on my phone, so sorry if there are any errors. I do love a nunnery story. When I was a kid, we had a nunnery that was probably about 20-minute ride on our cycles away. And it was an old ruin. And I don't really know if it was a nunnery, but we used to call it the nunnery. And we used to play this game to scare ourselves, that we would throw stones over. And if we heard them land, that was fine. If we didn't hear them land, that meant the nun ghosts were catching them. But we had such fun at that place. It was magical. It was like summer holidays, group of us kids from the same street. We'd go up on our bikes, so it would have been 80s, and we'd just spend all day out there, really getting spooked. Didn't get followed home by mist, but we got spooked, and it was great. Are you ready for the fourth story? I brought a cursed mask into my home. Hi everyone, posting here because I think you will like this story. On a recent work trip to Liberia, West Africa, I bought a mask worn by the Sunday Secret Women's Society in Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Côte d'Ivoire. The mask is more like a helmet. Go to the Wikipedia article, Sunday Society, and check the iconography of the Monday section. But it's in poorer condition and has obviously been used quite often. They are worn in Sunday Society events, most notably by the cutter, who performs female genital mutilation on new Sunday initiates. Knowing all this, I happily picked up the mask and brought it home with me to Europe. Ever since I have, I've been hearing faint cries of young girls in my apartment at night. At first, I thought they were coming from outside, but they happen too often for it to be anyone here in my quiet little town. The mask itself also feels malevolent. When I look at it, I start to feel uneasy, almost as if I shouldn't have it or even see it, like it's not meant for me. I'm posting because last night I could hear the girls' cries louder and clearer than usual, with a gentle background of adult voices chanting. When I came into the living room where the mask is this morning, I could really feel it looking at me even when I was facing away. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I don't want to spark anything by burning or destroying the mask. I don't want to just palm it off to someone else. I'm also hesitant to get a church involved. Any suggestions? Thank you, everyone. Edit. I live alone and am male. Perhaps that's what the mask is upset about.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Raise your hand if you want your nails to look perfect all the time. Me too. I'm Sarah Gibson Tuttle, the founder of Olive & June, and this is exactly why we created the Gel Mani system. We wanted to make it possible for everyone everywhere to give themselves a beautiful manicure at home. With our tools and our gel polish that lasts up to 21 days. Each manicure with our system comes out to just $2. That's right, $2. No more $60, $70, $80 salon trips that take hours. Now you can paint your nails on your time and love them more than ever. And by the way, when people ask you where you got your nails done, you're going to proudly brag that you did them yourself. And here's a little something extra. Head over to oliveandjune.com and get 20% off your first Gel Mani system with code DIYGEL20. That's code DIYGEL20 for 20% off your first Mani system at oliveandjune.com/DIYGEL20.
Well, I've got a friend who collects masks, and some of them are really quite creepy. Now, we've not done a story with a haunted mask before, but for some reason I feel there may be loads more out there. So I'm going to make sure to look, because I hate masks anyway. And if they're used for rituals and things like that, surely there's loads of cursed or haunted masks out there. Well, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Fall is here, and Nordstrom has the latest styles and hottest trends. Thousands of options for under $200. I'm talking about plaid outerwear, oversized sweaters that are cozy, Western-inspired pieces, prairie dresses, and you know I love a skirt. Nordstrom has free shipping and returns, which is why I love them. And they have fast options like buy online, pick up in store. Shopping at Nordstrom is always easy. I love that Nordstrom is always high quality and kind of guides me in what's trendiest for the season. And they have the top brands like Veronica Beard, Favorite Daughter, All Saints, Coach, Rag & Bone, Tory Burch. So shop now in stores or at Nordstrom.com or download the Nordstrom app.
If you're a smoker or vapor, ready to make a change, you really only need one good reason. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you'll discover many good reasons. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Plus, Zyn offers a robust rewards program. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction. But there's only one Zyn. Check out Zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.